Welcome to everybody to this episode 13 of the Nano Community Initiatives 3 Stories, at where we are gonna continue showcasing the amazing stories behind the new projects, the new services, the new creators at the Nano Community ecosystem, at this money system that we are implementing worldwide with the help of you all. Remember that a currency has value in the mind of the users that consider it to be valuable. So we use Nano, we promote Nano, and some of the ways to promote Nano is to talk about it, to share what we do with the currency, to share what we do with our money. And first of all, I want to say hello to our first comers to this episode. Hello to Bigeria team. Hello to Nanonymous team, as well as hello to all our or to all the crew that is here. Hello, George. Hello, Moncho. Hello, Tokyo. Nice to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm cool. Quite the surprise.
Great, great.
Hello, glad to be here.
Hello. Hello, Warren. Harry, are you there?
Hello, hello, Carlos. Hello, everyone. Nice to be here.
Hello. Nice to have you here, as well as hello, Beanie. And yeah, I believe that there is Armour Hosting as well that is here. I'm gonna send them the speaker's invitation so we all can be at the stage. All right, all right. Hello,
Hello.
hello. Nice to have you here as well.
Hello,
Okay.
everybody. Hello.
Yeah. All right. As I was saying, this is the Nano Community Initiatives 3 Stories, episode 13. At this time, we're gonna be sharing and meeting the stories of Armour Hosting, Nanonymous, Bigeria Exchange, and to keep learning about what these three amazing projects are doing with Nano. And you might ask, what is Nano? What is this thing that Carlos keeps repeating again and again and again? Well, Nano is a digital currency, it's digital money that you can use right now and send value to anybody in the world, no matter where they are. You can send them Nano and they will receive it in a matter of instance, near second transactions confirmations. As well as the fearless nature of Nano, you don't have to pay any fee to anybody to send value using Nano. And a good plus of this currency that we are using is that it's very ecosystem friendly. It's very energy saving. You are not destroying the planet by using Nano. Instead, you are helping to reducing the damage that the human race, the human species is causing to the environment. We sure are using a technology that is there for us. We can use it right now, and you might ask, in what I can use Nano? What is this currency used for? Well, we are gonna learn that in this episode. with our three amazing stories today. So I want to say hello to all of you. Thank you for being here. And yeah, in the first moment, we are gonna start with a presentation from each of our guests today. So stay in touch that we are gonna be meeting these amazing stories. So yeah, let's start, for example, with Eddie from Bigeria. Eddie, welcome. Very nice, very happy to have you here. First, please introduce yourself. What's your name and what is your project about? Welcome.
All right. Thank you, Carlos, for the opportunity to be here. And also, I want to say thank you to everyone for joining in. So, without wasting much time, I'm Eri, founder of Bigeria.
That's great. That's great. And what is Bigeria about? What is what it is?
Okay, for one, Bigeria is it's a crypto exchange. It's a crypto exchange platform. But more than that, it's also an hybrid for because we're also trying to build a digital bank. We're also trying to build a digital bank, and it, I feel um I feel everything like in terms of finance and money. Most exchanges they already do what bank does. So this is what we're trying to build an hybrid of a digital bank and also a crypto exchange. In terms of fulfilling our purpose, this is our vision and what we want to build. This is what we're building.
Great, 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 Eric. And yeah, we surely need to know, and we will be discussing more about Nigeria and what is to be a good exchange, a top-notch exchange, and we will be go deeper on that. Thank you. As well as this, I'm gonna pass the word now to Warren from Nanonymous. Hello, welcome. I'm very happy to be here. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about the project that you are representing today.
Sure, yeah, thanks for having me. My name is Warren Terrell. I'm the lead developer at Nanonymous here. And yeah, Nanonymous really started just because back in 2021, when I first kind of got interested in crypto and nano in general, I'd be looking around and I'd see a lot of people that mostly on Reddit that would talk about how they didn't have any, how Nano didn't really have any privacy services, and how they would like to have some, but they just none really existed for them. And so the more I got interested in Nano, the more I wanted to basically make a project for Nano users that would be useful to them. And so since I kept seeing people ask for privacy services, I decided to go ahead and take a stab at creating my own. So that was just kind of the idea of how Anonymous started. And really the concept behind it is pretty simple. It's just for a small fee, you send funds to us and we'll forward it to wherever you want from a different unrelated address. This just helps with anonymity and making it a lot harder for people to track your accounts or see your balance if you send them money. And yeah, and we just launched a couple months ago. Have had a pretty good response from the community. People seem to like the service, so that's kind of a short background of how we came to be. So
Great, that's very nice to know and to see this trending this trend of people that see that they need something at the internet, but there is no one that is doing it right now. What do we do? Well, someone might wait for the moment that the service is finally created. Others, as we will be going deeper to understand why, go ahead and create their own thing, their own tool. And these tools became usable for millions of people worldwide. So that's amazing to know. And yeah, let's go as well with Bracy from Armour Hosting. Welcome. Very happy to have you here. And
Hello,
please
everybody.
introduce yourself a little bit uh, to us and maybe some bits about the project that you are representing today. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Carlos, and Armour Hosting. My name's Lee Brazier. Most people call me Brazy, and I am the founder of Armour Hosting. Armour Hosting gets its name from our legacy product, which was Armour Anti-Cheat. It was a popular 5M anti-cheat system. If you know anything about 5M, it's like a Grand Theft Auto role-playing game. We obviously provided hosting services to different 5M servers, and that's how we sort of started out. Steadily expanded into more business to business stuff, and now hopefully into the crypto space. We're quite new to it, not new to Nano. I've always been a holder of Nano, but we're looking to start providing blockchain nodes, and we're big believers in Nano. So yeah.
Great, great. And maybe we, we are not aware, the all of us here, that the internet it's a way, a place, if you wanna understand it that way, at where people help each other in the most. Maybe some of us has websites, we have social media accounts, but do we ask ourselves who is hosting that? Maybe we have asked those questions before, but well, we are gonna go deeper on that matters later at the conversation. Know that everyone has presented, introduced themselves. I'm gonna present myself. Hello to everyone. My name is Carlos Murgas Carrillo. I am Nano community member, former ambassador. Today, our, com- our community is open source as well. Anyone can host spaces like this today. Everybody can take the Nano project on behalf and launch something incredible. Today, you are forging the present and the future of this digital currency. And a good example of that is that these episodes, this series 2 of the NCI 3S, is crowdfunded. The community came up and funded these conversations. And that's a proof that we can do it. We can get the support from the people that is using this currency, and you are entitled to do that. Don't wait, go ahead. So let's go ahead with this conversation and start with some questions related with something that sometimes pass unadverted, right? The name of the things. We use words to name things, and those names have a meaning, right? A background. So I want to start with Armour Hosting. I'm gonna ask Gracie, why Armour Hosting? It seems like something, as you mentioned it, that you try to avoid cheat, right? But
Yes.
this
So we
this hosting with the Armor stuff, what did you or what are you aiming with this name?
So Armour, yeah, as I said before, it comes from our legacy product, which was Armour AC, which was a 5M anti-cheat. And the name sort of symbolized security. We wanted to provide security for our clients' servers, and carrying over the trust established through our previous venture seemed to be a good move. So we decided to stick with the name.
All right, that's pretty straightforward. If you find that something worked fine, maybe you could think on reusing, right? That's interesting. That's very interesting. And yeah, let's see or let's talk to Eddie. I believe that it has something to be with Nigeria, right? But I have my doubts. Why Bigeria, or why did you choose it that name?
All right. Bigeria is coined from two words basically. We have binary and also Nigeria. So it's if you put it together, it's Bigeria. Yeah, and our name. The name is very important for what we want to do in terms of um making Nigeria this platform, this vehicle that is going to like improve the lives of people, improve the lives of people. And you know, a lot of crypto is it's more like there's a pump and dump of coins, and but we really want to focus on the key daily issues that people have globally, not just in Africa, to say. So that's by the NSA.
All right, very nice. Actually, we sometimes circumscribe our products to some specific territories, I believe. For example, um, I started a community time ago, called Crypto Colombia. I am from Colombia, and maybe we should be aiming to make those names usable for all the world. And I feel that Nigeria fits well in this vision. Good to know. And yeah, Warren, uh, I believe that you explained it very well about the key or the core usability for Nanonymous, but why Nanonymous? Is just like Nano and Anonymous, or does it have something additional to share with us?
Yeah, I mean, the name's pretty straightforward. I just noticed when I was first, thinking about this service, I noticed that the word anonymous had similar letters to nano, and all I had to do was add an N, and it had nano in it. So Nanonymous sounded catchy, and it really showed we're looking at nano, and we're selling anonymity. So that's just seemed catchy. So we went with it.
Great. And in that same sense, I will I would like to ask you, um, do you collect some data from your users, or only maybe the address of the sender, or is something that it gets from time to time erased from your databases, or don't you hold any data from your customers?
Great question. So yeah, obviously for the duration of the transaction, we have to store any address that our clients have put in. But as soon as the transaction is completed, or if it times out in an hour, if either of those happen, we immediately delete all the information that we have stored, and most of it is only stored in memory as opposed to on disk. There are certain cases where we have to store it on disk to make sure that if the program crashes, we can recover the transaction. But even then, after the transaction is completed, everything is deleted and we don't store any of it.
That's very good to know. As yeah, we know that the blockchain is pristine, right? Everyone can simply check in a block explorer, for example, uh, my Nano Ninja or Nano Crawler in the best time, and yeah, we can maybe imagine from which person is this address, but that you, at since you are like serving anonymous intermediary for the transactions, it's very important that the people feel secure, that feel safe, that they are sending something that is truly anonymous, that you don't hold any names or any address for or email for people. Just the I believe a fair fee that the people are choosing to use. Um, yeah, I will also ask in this sense to Bracy, do Armour Hosting holds any information maybe for needful things that we should know?
To provide our services, we collect minimal information. The mandatory fields are full name, email, phone number, and address. Optional fields such as Discord user ID. That's available for users who wish to claim cosmetic Discord roles, but really that's just it doesn't really provide any further functionality. We retain this data for 6 months after the account's last activity. This complies with British GDPR laws. And erasure upon request is also a part of our commitment to data privacy.
Great. We know that the national states are in a matter of year had regulated or um, take over some regulations that we can find interesting to look at. Like they demand that the people that is administrating databases keeps like a record from the of the information that they are holding. And this sense, Eddie, do you at Bigeria hold any data from your customers, or and link it with that question? Do the Nigeria authorities or maybe the African authorities has some regulations that you need to comply to operate?
And yes, I would say in terms of data management or data collection, we don't we manage data. We manage data because like I said, we're building a link between traditional banking and also crypto crypto and blockchain systems. So we manage data, and if locally in Nigeria, the government is really concerned about people that facilitate money transfer, remittance, and everything. So if you have to do that, you need to, like, for one, you need to get your BVN number, and this is one of the primary data we collect because, like, most of our product is interoperable with crypto to the bank. Like, we do make crypto to bank payments. So you need to this is the first thing in terms of compliance, like locally in Nigeria. So you need your BVN number. You need your BVN number. We also your names, your we don't take address, your names and your state you live in, just for local compliance. So these are primarily the data we take and manage.
I find it fair as your mission is to bridge between this traditional finance that has a lot of information from us, more that what we think they have, and maybe to be that bridge, that information should be considered as a fair trade to operate. Since, for example, in a country that there is zero or near zero crypto adoption, for the pioneers, this can be like an advantage. Like they can understand better the people that is using or that is needing the service, and tell to these policy makers, look, these people that are your citizens are wanting to use this. So they are not cyber criminals. They are not malicious actors. They are just customers, civil person. So I believe that is in that case I find it quite fair. Um, but in this same line, I ask myself and I ask to you, and this is also for the other guests today. And have you encountered any obstacle or problem while operating Bigeria?
Yes, Nigeria is an interesting place to do business because, especially especially in cryptocurrency, because the law is not clear. Law is not clear for what you're meant to do or what you're not meant to do. But what we try to do is we try to comply with the regulated stipulations that are already there for anti-money laundering. So um, these are the processes that we try to keep with.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as for the sorry, we're actively building. So I've been working the entire day. So I'm a bit lazy mentally, but this is important. So let's get to it. As for challenges we face, I think the major challenges from the Nigerian government, like there was a crypto ban. I don't know if you read about it. There was a crypto ban.
Yeah, yeah.
It was not a crypto ban per se. There was like a directive from the government to the banks not to interact with crypto exchanges. Okay, so there was no ban per se, like okay, you're trading on peer to pair. There's no issues with that, but there was a directive to all banks not to engage with crypto exchanges, and so this really it really caused a lot of setbacks for us at the time. But we just had to if you're going to do business in a place like Nigeria, you need to be flexible. So we had to work out, okay, what's the best solution for this? So we pivoted into like a pay-to-pay deposit and also for withdrawals. So that's how we were able to beat that directive. But recently, there's been a change of government in Nigeria, and it's it feels like these new governments are more receptive to the ideas of cryptocurrency, which has led to the uplifting of the ban. I think that was some weeks ago. So that has been the major challenges we face has been from our government. So that's just the irony of the situation.
That's very interesting, Ari. As you mentioned it, imagine that a national crypto ban. No one using cryptocurrencies. Do you think that this is achievable by by a government? I believe that this, in the opposite way, push the crypto usage to a surge. I believe. And when this happens, because people needs to keep moving their value, and they already have the tools to do it, this is like I would say like how to say we have this Colombian saying that is patadas de ahogado. It's like kicks from a drowner, from someone that is drowning. Like you already know that you have lost control of this technology, that your citizens can already use it, that they are actively using. So you try like to ban it, but the people keep using it, and then you, like as you say, the thing can change in the future. And now, as I believe is there is no more the ban, right? You can today use crypto at Nigeria in a more freely way, but not like full free. Like you have to comply with with something. Um, yeah, let's see. Let's ask this same thing to Armour Hosting. Bracy, have you encountered similar challenges or obstacles as Eric said, or have you encountered different ones that you would like to share with us?
Hello. Sorry. What was the question? Sorry, I'm just dealing with my son. I apologise.
No problem. Say hello to him from us. And yeah, have you encountered any obstacles or challenges while operating Armour Hosting?
Um, yes, yeah, we've encountered challenges. Our journey's been largely successful, but challenges have been part of the process. Um, Initially, establishing credibility was a hurdle, but our success with Armour Anti-Cheat provided that foundation. And then adapting to the evolving gaming landscape, staying ahead in technology, all of that required strategic decisions. Additionally, managing the growth of the business, upgrading hardware, all of that have posed significant challenges, but we've always successfully navigated them.
And from that you mentioned, uh, maybe so, or tell us if anytime something that looked like a very less important issue, or maybe some little thing that seemed simple to solve, proved to be a more harder task that you took sometime.
Yes, there's been many instances like that. I can't really think of a specific example, but that's computer science in a nutshell.
Yeah, you maybe you believe that you only need some maybe 2 lines of code, but you ended up needing like a
Yeah.
wall. Yeah, that's the funny part, and the sometimes the hard part of computer science. That's very true. Um, and yeah, Warren, as the privacy field, um, by I believe by nature, has its challenges as we have been disclosing by the data usage and other things. Have you encountered any specific challenges to face during your operation?
Yeah, sure. I mean, problems always come up that you have to solve. I suppose one of the more specific ones, since we're trying to keep all the data private and everything. One thing we had to make sure is that all the communication between all of our different servers um, and all that's going on is completely encrypted, which was harder than I thought it was going to be, just because it seems like none of the like public nodes or work servers enable encryption, and so we had to end up spinning up our own for all that, and making sure that through all the different the work nodes and the work servers and the node and our other servers, between all of it, we had to make sure everything was completely encrypted to make sure that we weren't leaking any data that could lead people to back to the original user addresses and whatnot. And so that was definitely one problem that we had to solve.
But you managed to achieve it. Like I believe that as you look at to encrypt all the process, maybe someone was looking at. Have you faced like these cybersecurity attacks anytime, or maybe the space is quite calm these days?
We're pretty low profile right now, so as far as I know, we haven't had any attacks against us, but we're on the lookout for it, of course.
Okay, and we should always be prepared. Like as we know, um, the cyberspace is becoming way a lot dangerous than before. The surge of artificial intelligence is becoming something that sincerely we can't expect anything to come out tomorrow. And this acceleration of the process demands from us that we are very or more receptive with our customers or their members of our communities to help them be prepared, right? If we offer, for example, the crypto exchange service, I wanna ask Eri, maybe a customer can't understand to do something at the UI, or maybe the UX has its perks. I ask to you, have what is the most common or the most common issue or situation that your customers ask you to help them on?
Okay. Um, the most common issue we face. The most common issue we face is onboarding new users into cryptocurrency, and it's why I don't know if you've used Bigeria. It's really simple. It's really simple. So we had to put that as our priority when building, because common um the common issues, problems our users they keep reporting is how difficult it is to, let's say, use crypto exchanges. Then they find Nigeria and it's okay, do this, do that, and it's something we have to take a lot of time. Nigeria looks so simple, but it takes a lot of complexity to build a system that's as simple as that. So those are initially, this was not the framework we started with. So we just had to build again, build again until we were able to achieve like simplicity. So in terms of what the most common issues we've had from our users has been like in the past was how difficult it was to like navigate and crypto DeFi offerings, and so we just had to simplify everything in our new product, Nigeria Smart Wallet. So that's it.
Great. That's very interesting as and very clever to mention, as we have users, right, of of our services, our products online, and not everyone is equal, right? We are every one of us is a person with its own eyes, its own ears, and we sometimes make products or make services for us only. As we mentioned it at the beginning, if I don't have the tool, but I can create the tool, I make my own tool, right? But it's my tool. It's for my hands. It's for my ability, my skill, my understanding of what is happening at the screen. But what happened with someone with none the same skill, ability, understanding of the tool comes up and say like, oh, I need hosting, or I need EI, or I need an anonymous transaction. So, and in that same way, I ask to Warren firstly, um, what is the common issue that your customer say that you might help them to use in order to use Nanonymous?
We're pretty new, so we haven't had a ton of people asking us about how to use things. But when we posted things on Reddit, a lot of people said our tools were pretty intuitive to use. Um, the the possibly the hardest part is just getting people to go to the website for kind of having a second. You have to have like a second step in order to send your transactions, as opposed to just sending it from the wallet. Um, which is why we're really excited when we were able to partner with the Nautilus wallet, and they were able to integrate Nanonymous directly into the wallet. It makes it a lot simpler. It's just a checkbox that you check, and it sends the funds through Nanonymous instead of having to go to the website. So it really simplifies everything and makes it really easy for the user.
No, I am a Nautilus wallet user, and I am aware of what you are saying, and that's a very cool team of Nautilus, and a heads up for foes. Great developer, great nano creator, and the project is open to integrate what other creators are making today, and you can take your product, your code, and integrate with other code from other people, but with the similar mission, the similar vision, the similar technology, and you can create products even more useful, even more convenient for the daily user. And this is something to look into, right? And great thing that from the community needs, from the community um, issues that they are actively communicating to us through our social media. Like you can simply do check for the handle of Armour Hosting, and if they have a problem with the service, they can ask, hey, I have this problem. So Bracy, have you had some time like this, like with a maybe a common or not so common problem that the customer is having, that you help it then solve?
Yes, we really do prioritize customer support greatly here at Armour, to the point where we have multiple channels for the customer to get in touch with us. We have a Discord ticketing system where we have a responsive staff team able to help you. We have ticketing within the customer portal. We have an email address, support@armourhosting.com, armour-hosting.com. Um, and we also have a brand new AI chatbot named Andy, who is being trained to answer as many questions as possible and reduce the amount of support tickets that come through. So, and obviously provide proficient support. So you can always go onto our website and test out Andy, the chatbot. But yeah,
Great, great.
apologies for the abrupt ending. That was just my son's crying. Sorry.
No, no problem, no problem. I don't know why we always, or not always, that we think that the very existence of the infant, maybe sometimes it's relaxing, right? Well, this this thing of technology is something that we live with, and our families is there too. Like it does not always has to be separated. And again, hello to your little kid. And great to have Andrew, as you say. I understand, right? Andrew, the EI bot. Great. And yeah, if you have any problem, now you know that you can count with a virtual assistant there 24/7, right?
Yeah, so we also have a status page as well, so you can check the status of our network and things like that. So yeah, we do prioritize customer support and the user experience greatly here.
That's beautiful. Um, and I believe that these three stories may have something in common, or maybe not, but maybe something that the three could aim for is to connect, as you are actually doing with other projects. For example, you have Nano.casa, at where you can showcase what you are doing, the code that you are creating, and the community can go there and learn more. For example, some of the stories that we had conversate with in the past episode are from things that I found at nano.casa, and I will keep looking at, and I did. So that's the matter, that um, we can lean on of the work that people are doing. And I heads up as well with George, for George, and that is around. I'm gonna give the word to Tokyo, that is as well here with us at the speakers stage. Hello, Tokyo.
Yeah, hello. So I just got two quick questions. First of all, to Nanonymous, I just want to know how easy it is to be a Web3 developer. Do you need some kind of computer science background? and to Bigeria because I see that we're both countrymen. That like how is it going getting your money to fiat now, now that restrictions have been removed, and how functional will you be in the country in the next year? Because it's really cool seeing a new startup here.
So we go with Nanonymous. Go ahead, Warren.
So your question was, do you need a background in computer science for development?
Yep. This is very big leap. So I just know how easy because it's discouraging.
I do have a bachelor of computer science, and then I worked for about 6 years in the industry, working for another company. Um, but a lot of what you can do today is just a lot of hard work and research. It definitely helps to be able to have that background to be able to create maintainable code and understanding kind of what you're doing. Um, so I'm not going to say don't go for that, but also if you don't have any kind of background, there's nothing to stop you from just starting up with Python or Golang or whatever you want to do and just start doing tutorials online. There's tons of resources that you can that are at your disposal. If you can take classes, that's great. It definitely can help. But honestly, if you're hardworking and you can learn well from yourself, there's tons of online resources that can help you with that kind of thing.
Great.
And the question that was to Eri, yes?
Yeah, I think it's great, and it feels like Nigeria is finally ready to partake in the crypto revolution. So if you ask me, I think it's brilliant that the Ghana has been uplifted and we can publicly and actively participate in the crypto revolution. And also for us, like in terms of we've been building quietly. Bigeria was launched in 2020, but we so far we've not done any advertising or promotions and it's just been organic so far because in terms of what we want to do, the magnitude of it, it's really huge. So it's something we have to be um, like being responsible for people's money. It's a serious responsibility. So we want to be able to um, meet up with these prospects of building our startup. So and also in terms of I'm of the mindset it takes I'm of the mindset that it takes time to build. It takes time to build that foundation for if you're going to build like a successful platform like Binance and or maybe one of the biggest banks locally. So we just want to take our time to grow. Yeah, we're in a hurry, but we're not in a rush. So we just want to take our time, and I believe it's going to take us time to. But what I'm proud, Nigeria is profitable. We've been able to sustain that, and we're looking at also achieving our PMF, product market fit. So for me, I say it's maturity. It's all about the right timing. So we just keep building quietly and see how um, starting this year, see how things are going to go for us.
All right. All right. In Tokyo, yes?
Yeah, so I just want to ask a question too. How could we how would you convince users to try and trust them that their funds are safe? Would you be doing proof of reserves? Because there could be a lot of skepticism, and you could even big big boys like the FTX have failed us. So how would you be doing that in the nearest future?
Yes, after the FTX debacle, we saw a lot of withdrawals, not in sense of because of like personally our status of what we're building. Just the entire crypto sphere was shaken by the collapse of FTX. So this is something we've been getting from our users, and we're actually working on that. we're actually working on, let's say, second quarter of the year, we're going to introduce a method tree where um, users can also match our the funds on the system and see how healthy it is. So this is what we're working towards. Like this is what we're working towards at the moment. So second quarter of the year, we're going to release. We're going to work on that. And in
Um,
terms of trust, like it for in terms of trust, Nigeria is a bit personalized because I got into crypto in 2016, so I was relatively early into crypto, and I think for like I said, we're building quietly. We're building really, really quietly. Just we're also building globally, so people can you can get to use us, but we're not. Like I said, we've never done advertising for Nigeria because we need to be sure of. It's a relatively new idea, but it's going to take me a lot of time to explain what we're building in terms of our product, the Nigeria Smart Wallet, the Nigeria Pay is easy. Nigeria Pay is easy to understand. It's like you send crypto, you receive bank in your you receive money in your bank account, and actively we're building Nigeria Swap, and we're also working on an academy where we'll be going around campuses for tour and order just to educate the young generation about the importance of crypto. For me personally, it's what crypto has done for me. It's the ability to be able to work at your own time. That it's what we want to give. That's what we want to give people. And in terms of us being in terms of us being able to custody people's funds, I'm always an advocate for like custody your own funds. If you check my personal Twitter page, I'm always advocating for, yeah, if you're into crypto, the essence of crypto is limitless money, permissionless money. This is why I'm so drawn. This is why I'm so taken with the idea of Nano. This is it's incredible being able to send money from any part of the world in less than a second. It's finalized at the other place. So these are all what we'll try to these are all what we try to finalize within the next quarter of this year and see how we can educate our people and also just keep it up from there.
great, great. That's quite uh, timeful to mention at that at this moment of our story, right? And but let's think about this. We surely should demand from the people that is holding our digital money in exchange in a platform in their castle, right? But do we requires the same level of complaint or to um, proof of reserve, as Tokyo mentioned it, to the bankers, to the people that today holds the papers on top of what our financial traditional services built upon? Do we? Or maybe because these people that are pioneering the crypto exchangers that are a novel way of exchanging money with this novel form of money are they don't have any government support yet, right? They don't have any consolidated brand support already. They are building this concept from scratch, right? From a novel way of trust or money to other people. And I do agree with the need of of asking these things to or demanding these things to the exchange providers. But let's create a standard that let's say that dissolve this friction that apparently the traditional financial service and the crypto financial service is experimenting today. As the remember that at the beginning, and if maybe this is something that I noticed or was reading about only, that at the beginning this big corporation, this big financial corporation did not see, for example, the cryptocurrencies as a good investment. But now we are seeing that this ETF and this kind of new financial or neo traditional financial instruments are becoming more used for these institutions. So what we should discern on what is the grade of trust or the grade of complement that we are demanding today. Great question, Tokyo, and very great answer, Eddie. We wish you the successes to this for this year. And yeah, Tokyo, would you like to ask us or say something about it?
I just want to wish him good luck, bro. It's really hard building tech startup in Nigeria. So you don't really know how hard it is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thank, thank you, Sophie. I really appreciate it.
All right, people, and well, let's go with some sort of a final question just for me, for the three of you. Um, what's next? You already told us about the past of the history, some present things, and as well as some things for the future. But if you would like to mention something special that we might see happening this 2024, what will we? Let's go maybe with Warren.
Sure. We've always got other things on the lookout that we could do to make it better or more easy to use or whatever. We don't have any one feature right now that we're looking at releasing in the next short time. One possible thing that could be happening though is it is a possible thing, not for sure yet, but we've been approached to also have integrations with the Nano GPT project, possibly. Just helping with that, the transfers between the users and their users and their backend to help further anonymize that. That's one possible integration that could happen.
Great. Bracy?
So, looking ahead, our roadmap involves, for 2024, it involves expanding our presence with a brand new data center in Birmingham, which will be our third data center. And we continue to prioritize technological advancements with a focus on brand new emerging gaming platforms. And also, we plan to strengthen our partnership with Nano. We aim to explore different innovative ways to integrate Nano's technology into our own. And we're committed to staying at the forefront of the hosting industry.
Go for it. Great. And Eddie? Yes?
Yes, our roadmap for 2024, it's what Sophie mentioned. Why are people going to trust you? Why this and why that? And yes, we're trying to build, but at the same time, it's difficult. It's difficult. So what we want to do is we want to focus on trustless products, where decentralized products. So that's why we've shown our support behind Nano. Nano to me, it's a revelation. It's the gospel. So across 2024, starting from the second quarter, we also have university tours where we're going to educate people in terms of It's what we're building at Bigeria Academy. So we're going to go on university calls. There's going to be pictures from it, seminars, and we'll take videos and everything. It's going to be online on our YouTube page. So these are the things we want to do this year, just to focus on building trustless products. Where why do I have to trust you? Why and stuff like that. So we're going to focus on decentralized products and also just growing crypto in Nigeria locally, and also building Nigeria swap for cross-chain crypto exchange. So these are our priorities at this moment.
Great, great, great. Looking forward for it. Um, well, I believe that that's that's a very decent amount of details to look at in the next time that we might be conversating. But at this moment, I would like to propose to our crowd the following activity. Be ready. If you take a paper, any paper you have in hand, maybe a wall, maybe anything that you have access to and that you can breathe upon, write the following sentence. I use Nano. That's simple, right? I use Nano, or anything that you want to say with Nano, and take a picture of it. Once you do that, upload it to Twitter, to X, we are at the platform we are at now, and tag me, Murgas Carrillo. That's my handle. If you tag me in the following, let's say, 48 hours, 2 days, I will send you some Nano for you to play with. Go ahead. Very simple. Take a paper sheet or any surface you have and write on it, I use Nano. No more, no less. I use Nano. Take a picture of it, upload it, and tag me, and I will be sending you Nano. Okay? Great. And for this time, we have um, another activity, and be ready. This is a very easy as well activity to fulfill. So you must enter the Bigeria.com website, create an account, and show me, and you can show me through DM if you want, that you created an account and that you are already registered. That's it. So this activity will have the duration for you to do it, let's say 5 days. This is more time. You have plenty of time to do it. And yeah, if we have any other idea, we will also um, propose it into the this space strict. So be ready in case another activity comes up. I will also like to give the opportunity to the other speakers, to Armour Hosting, to Nanonymous. If you wanna propose an activity to the crowd, this is the moment.
So if we'll do a post after this, and if we get some likes and retweets, we'll give away another Nano cat NFT if you like. So we'll
Oh,
do that.
yes, yes, yes. Get your Nano cat NFT. Have you got it? Haven't ya? I got mine, right? This is something that's very
Yes, yes.
special. We are currently um, just seeing the first or maybe the first public mint of Nano cats. Is the Nano is like our mascot, like our cat, the Nano cat. It's blazing fast, feline, and you can get yours at danswap.com/art. This is something that the NanSwap, a story we spoke about in the past episode, and in the past episodes, and they are with from the hand of Ben, the developer of NanSwap, making possible for the Nano community to have our own NFT or our own Nano thieves, Nano FTs, if you want to say. It goes well as it's already half an end, and get yours. Thank you, Bracy, for that. And yeah, very
No
nice.
problem.
Really,
Thank you for having me today, and I'm hosting.
it's very happy to have you here as well. And yeah, at this moment, we can go to our MAA or Ask Me Anything section. So to all of you at the crowd, the listeners, if you wanna come up at the stage and raise a question, share a thought, tell a joke. I don't know. If you want to share anything with us, this is the moment. Come up. All right. No questions today? Or maybe a lot of questions already. Remember that you can also ask questions, for example, Bigeria to Armour Hosting or Armour Hosting to Nanonymous. In case you have any question for them, for you, go ahead.
Carlos, I think our Nigerian users are actually sleeping, but it's late here in Nigeria. So I think our listeners they're sleeping already.
Probably a good use too. Very good use. Um, all right, people. All right. I am very happy, Tokyo. I'm very happy to have you all here. Let's go with the Tokyo's question.
I just wanted to ask Armour Hosting what unique features really distinguish it from normal hosting services? Because I see you being in Web3 should like make you different. How affordable are the fees, and how do you try and incorporate decentralized products into your services?
Sorry, I only caught the final half of that question there. Could you repeat it, please? Sorry.
Yeah, I was just curious on how unique you are from traditional web hosting services. Because I haven't really seen a hosting service on in Web3 before.
So we're not exactly like specifically designated to the crypto space. We are a hosting company first and foremost, but we're currently working to introduce services such as blockchain nodes and contribute to decentralization of crypto projects. I've always personally been a holder of Nano for quite some time, and I just thought that was the best place to start, especially since I'm welcomed within the community so much. So yeah, um, and in terms of decentralization, well, the blockchain nodes that we will be uh, providing people, they can be split amongst 3 of our data centers across the country, um, and yeah, we hope to contribute that way.
Great. All right. We have a question from the thread section from Lorenzo. Lorenzo X. He says, will Nanonymous code be made open source to take some inspiration?
We've had quite a few requests to make our code open source, and we are considering it. We're not going to do that at the moment just to protect our product, But we are constantly considering. We've had a lot of requests, and so we were trying to figure out what makes sense for us to do so that we could make it open source.
Great, great, great. That's a very good question. Like make your own anonymous filter. And I know that you asked this, Lorenzo, and that you answered that, Warren. I came to think about something that I had been building since a few months ago. It's like an app, a web app, at where you can create documents for legal uses, like a petition, write your contract, present an action, get powered something to do something for you. And I made I made it firstly as an open source, a GPL public license, and now thinking on that I do wanna live off from or with the things I build, right? We makers wanna live with from the revenue that our products or invents might create, right? And what do you think of that? Like, what's the best approach? Firstly, it's okay first to launch an open source tool, and later focus on a licensed uh, mm, version of it. What do you think? Or is it better? It is better um, to first go protect your product, make revenue, get some stability, and then launch like a version for the wider users at the open source field. That's something to think about, I believe. But yeah, that might be a question for another episode. I believe that we are good to go, and just I don't know. We have an additional question from Emmanuel. Hello, Emmanuel.
Hello. I was talking about this bank verification stuff, and I saw the BVN side, and then I want to ask: is it safe to add BVN to it?
Hello, Emmanuel. Yeah, it's really safe. It's really safe to impute your bank verification number there. We take our users' data. It's our priority in terms of security of our user data. So it's really safe. It's just to meet up with local compliance for us to be able to do business.
Now you know. Be safe. Mm, all right. I wanna give a great thank you, a virtual hug to all of you. Thank you for being here. And we learned a lot about the projects that you are running, Nanonymous, Armour Hosting, Bigeria Exchange, and we hope and wish the best for you to come at this new year, at these days that are to come, and that you keep building. And remember, if you know or you get to know about a broader project or another project, cool project about the usage of Nano at the ecosystem, reach out, and I will personally invite them to participate and to keep these conversations for the future and for the people that is near to come to learn more about what we are doing here at this ecosystem, at this money usage new way of doing. Thank you, Warren. Thank you, Bracy, and thank you, Eri. Also, thank Tokyo for your participation, and all the people that asked questions and the people that listened to this conversation. You are the core of this. You are the heart of this, and let's see us at the next episode. If you guys wanna say bye bye words, go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Carlos, for setting this up. It's really brilliant what you're doing, and also thank you for everyone who showed up. It's, I will appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been great. It's been great to be part of the Nano community. I've loved everyone that I've met here, and I just hope to have more good relationships in the future. Thank you all.
Great. Bracy, some bye byes.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. We're very, very pleased to be here. It's a significant milestone in the Armour hosting journey, and yeah, thank you once again. Please follow us, and we're going to do a giveaway very, very shortly, and we'll be giving away an NFT. So, yeah, like and repost.
Great. Grow that reach. Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you, everyone. And stay tuned for the next episode. And yeah, get your Nano cat. Remember that you can learn more about Nano searching at your web browser, looking for nano.org, as well as the hub, the HUB that nano, yeah, that or get to the hub. You can learn more about nano services, providers, faucets if you wanna play with some nano that is being given away. And yeah, thank you for being here. We will be uploading this episode to YouTube shortly, in short, so you can repeat it and share it with your friends, with your families, with your kids. And yeah, thank you and have a nice rest of the day, of the night. And yeah, bye bye.